As you were saying, that I think Gurpreet has to take time whenever the ball gets. He has to slow down the pace now because he's the captain and he sees everything. And that will be perfect thing for Nepal because it can free them more and encourage them to go for high press and can leave some gaps in their defense.
Chingan with the clearance. Tempting ball crossed in there. Bimal Basnets come on as well. There are a couple of changes as they're looking to get something out of this game ahead of their big encounter against Yemen. It's a tough group, that Group F, as far as the whistle had gone, just in case you're wondering if that hit the post and there wasn't any excitement in entry box.
Because the ball was already out. I think there is one more talking point for me, was always making fun of Sandesh's left foot. So I'm sure he's not going to leave me this time around. He has scored a wonderful goal.
Come on. Yeah, JJ was looking for Bikash there. Couldn't find him. Eugene finds him, as he always does. Cross in, testing one this for the keeper, but he's had a good game so far. And once again, just showing his class in the middle of those Nepalese sticks, if we could call it that. Daniel gets the ball. Living dangerously here, the Nepalese midfield, of course, are slightly disoriented now because their shape has gone out, with a man going out as well.
Well, India has to be very careful, but sometimes what happens at 10 men, they get more, they put more efforts, and 11 men, they get more relaxed. They say now 1 man down and we are 1-0 up. I've seen it many times happen, and India has to take their chances now whenever they will get a chance.
And this man knows a thing or two about it, although he's made a hash of it. Right, Nepal on the attack, but plenty of bodies coming back for India as well. Anas keeping a really close eye on Navjug Shrestha. More than capable of changing the game pitch on his own, just like Bimal Magar. Just like, should I even say it, Anjan Bis. It's like rubbing salt into their wounds, isn't it? That open chance that he missed towards the end of that first half. How much must that be playing on their minds now?
For a away team and playing underdogs, I think that was the huge chance for them. And that too when it was like last minute of a first half. And I think that he must be a bit still like not feeling that confident in front, because that was the easiest chance a striker can get. You don't have to beat anyone. There was no one in the goal, and but if he wants to be a great player, he is still young, he has to learn all these things. Strikers do miss goals, but you have to carry on yourself. You have to tell you need just one chance to score.
A corner in the meanwhile for Nepal once again. Easy peasy for Gurpreet. No problems with high balls. I wonder if Nepal have incorporated this into their strategy, that maybe grounded shots could test him a little more than these balls.
I'm very surprised, as you rightly pointed out. There are no short corners also. Like all these high balls, I think like when you have 6'4" goalkeeper, it's going to be easy, and that too when your plus point is not your height. I think it's very strange and talking point. I'm sure when Nepalese coaching staff will go back and see these highlights of the match, and when their analysts will check the match, they will point out these things to coach.
It's not easy to, it's not very difficult to figure out if the goalkeeper is tall or not. He is the tallest man on the pitch by some distance, is Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Stephen Constantine, arms in pockets, hands in pockets, no real problems whatsoever, although his eyes and his mind will slowly be drifting towards that game on Tuesday against the Kyrgyz Republic, where India play their second game in the third round of the AFC Cup qualifying. Meanwhile, Rafiq is interested. Daniel with a beautiful finish. JJ, in fact, with a beautiful finish. Just guiding the ball into the back of the net. A superb cross, and given the result it so deserved. JJ with another goal. At the Mumbai Football Arena, it's 2-0 to India versus Nepal.
Well, we were talking about Rafiq. You see what a fantastic run by him and creating that chance, and with that low cross, JJ ever so ready for those kind of crosses, inviting cross and making no mistake placing it for right corner of the goal. You see great play by Rafiq and wonderful ball JJ always ready for, and he wants those kind of balls, and he so easy for JJ.
That wasn't number 13, it was number 12, wasn't it? Well guided once again, just knows where the back of the net is, this man. Sounds easy, these adjectives, these accolades that come JJ Lal Peklua's way, but he's worked hard towards it. And that 2016 year he had also brought about a lot of expectations, but to constantly deliver when those expectations rise is something that Sunil Chhetri can teach you a thing or two about, and maybe this man is just beginning to follow exactly in that same path. Meanwhile, there's another substitution. Hemant Magar and Rohit Chand have interchanged.
We have seen two perfect football goals in today's match coming, and incidentally both the goals coming from the right side of the pitch. And we were earlier talking about India has to get balls to the wings and try to cross. You see these crosses are always dangerous, and whenever they did, they got something, and now they got 2 goals from the 2 crosses.
And that's given a cushion to India, particularly when efforts like these Gurpreet Singh Sandhu's way. This time punched away without much discomfort. Good effort once again. Nepal took a slight deflection and made life a little easier for the Punjabi boy. 6 shots on goal for India, 10 in total in this game. Again, easy for Gurpreet. This is something that should worry Nepal, that they haven't spotted this.
It's strange, we have spotted it, and Nepalese coaching staff have not spotted it yet. See, every time these balls, I think it's a good practice for Gurpreet also.
Yeah, some nice little stretching here ahead of next Tuesday's encounter. Doesn't even have to travel too far, just Mumbai to Bangalore, isn't it? But we'll be here on the Star Network and Hotstar, bringing that game to you when India play the second game of the third round of AFC Cup qualifying. They won the first game against Myanmar with late heroics from Chhetri, but what about these heroics? Lovely little assist from Rafiq, inch perfect ball, guided beautifully as he so often does. JJ Lal Pekua once again on the score sheet when India are winning. And they're not very different, are they? India wins, JJ scores, India win. They're almost hand in hand these days, and you can say the same about Sunil, who's not here today. Jingan's gone down. Medical staff just looking with a little bit of anxiety towards him. Was wondering if they required any at all. Don't know if it's a blow or just a cramp, but there's a replacement ready for him, and that's Arnab Mandal, whose position he's effectively taken, or rather Anas has.
Well, it's good to see him running back again. I think it's a very wise decision to give him rest. He's so important for India. You know, Arnab Mandal coming back. You know, Arnab Mandal have been earlier very regular in this national team, and so this match won't be, you know, like he's not stranger to these kind of matches. He was a regular member of Indian national team, but Anas and Sandesh Jingan have been performing really well. So I feel it's really good headache for coach to pick up, you know, like the best players, you know, out of these 3 players in defense. I think it's a healthy competition for the team also.
Yeah, that was his goal at the hour mark, Sandesh Jingan. If he's been good in defense, he was even better with that effort. JJ's assist, not to forget, and a goal to top that effort. So goal and an assist for the number 12 for India. And once again, another perfect day in Mumbai for him. Still 8 minutes to go, roughly around that.
Mumbai is proving a lucky ground for India.
Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't quite lucky for Kerala Blasters though, Ishfaq, but I will not go there.
I think I don't need to remind you also who was playing the final.
That's the sort of response you need, don't you? Arnav Mandel's also been out of 2 ISL finals, and he's playing now for this team, along with Anna Thorika now in the center of that defense, with Sandesh having gone out, who was also a part of those 2 finals. Disappointingly, with the runners-up medal, unfortunately, on both the nights. But what about the atmosphere? It just shows how football's just shaping up in this country now. And especially with India doing well, it only bodes well for the future.
You can see the Sunil Chetri and Ganta on screen. Look very relaxed and very happy. Rightly so, everybody in this stadium is happy. I think they are 3 Bangalore mates, like they definitely have to lot to talk about things, have been spending a lot of time with each other in Bangalore, in national team. It's always fantastic to see, like it's always kind of family. It makes, when you are with players who are playing in club and with national team with also, it's great feeling.
What about the depth in the squad as well? I mean, you've seen Satya Sen Singh come on, Jackie's gone out, Nazri, Vikas Jairu, so much pace on the wings and experience as well. And this is what those debuts have done under Stephen Constantine, because all these guys have now got experience of playing for India, not just playing for their clubs.
Well, it's a very good headache for national team coach, because there is one more match coming up next week, and which is very important, and some of the youngsters giving really good account to themselves, playing really good football. It's going to be very interesting what lineup we will see in next match.
Yeah, indeed, that's a great thought, Ishfaq, because it'll be interesting to see with the number of changes Stevens made in this game, what is his best 11. Sunil Chetri did say in an interview recently to a friend and colleague of mine that Stephen Constantine was looking for his best 14. And he might have given debuts to more than 30 people. What he's done as a result is he's got youngsters who are not overawed by the occasion when they play in India colours.
It's very important to keep that reserve side also ready and giving them chance here, and like getting that nervousness out of them, for their debut. It's going to be very interesting, like future of Indian football. Like you can see some of the youngsters coming in and doing really good, and there are seniors who also have been doing really good. So I think great future ahead for Indian football.